Hello, this is Sunil Sunder Raj with Jersey Sporting News. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Damaris Rodriguez, a sophomore guard on the New Jersey City University women's basketball team. The Gotham Knights winning back-to-back NGIC Conference Tournament championship titles. Damaris, thank you so much again for the opportunity.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats. How does it feel? I mean, here in your first 2 years, winning, championship titles, it's got to be a great feeling.
Honestly, it is a great feeling. It still feels surreal. I'm still on at first I was on cloud 9, but now I'm down to 7 a little bit. We got a big game coming up on Friday. But I mean, it's amazing what this team, what Coach Pat has done with this team, turned it around. We're hungry. Our girls work hard every day at practice. We actually just had a really good practice today, got out of a tough practice.
Yeah.
We know that we got to just keep going, and we're not done yet.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, I talked to Coach Devaney before, and what a turbulent season. I mean, you think about, it said all the forfeits, the postponements, the cancellations, losing 6 in a row. I mean, as you said, so much adversity, and this is a young group, Damaris, and the fact that you guys are able to overcome so much of that, so many obstacles and hurdles, and to be at this point, and especially winning 3 out of 4 at the end of the regular season to earn that first round bye in the NGIC tournament speaks so much to the character of this team.
No, yeah, like you said, there's a lot of young girls. We went through so much with COVID, the forfeits, not even knowing if Coach Pat was going to coach for a little bit. He was out for a little while. But through it all, we just stayed positive, and we knew our goal was to just win the NGIC. We knew we were capable of it, and we knew we just had to keep working hard, and everything that was thrown at us, every curveball, we just, we kept our heads up and just stayed positive through it all.
This run, I said it to Coach Devaney, was eerily similar to last year's run. And the fact that you guys, a buzzer beater, I said, to defeat Montclair State in the quarterfinals, go into the Panzer Athletic Center on the campus of Montclair State. I mean, to do it in that dramatic fashion, just talk about it. I mean, game high 28 points, but boy, I mean, there's no better feeling than winning, hitting the game-winning shot. Just talk about it, Damaris.
Honestly, I'm still shocked about that. I knew it was coming to me. I knew I was going to get the last shot. But honestly, I was nervous. I had a bunch of butterflies in my stomach. But just to hit that shot was amazing. I felt like I was on top of the world. It was a great game. And, honestly, we were down in the fourth quarter by I think 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And we were we're not losing this game. We started kicking up at the end, pressuring the ball. We caused them a lot of turnovers. And then just to hit that buzzer beater at the end was just crazy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Hey, I don't want to forget about your teammate, Jade Camacho. Jade's had a great season as well. 15 points in that game too. Also, Damaris.
Yes. Playing with Jada is honestly one of the best. She's amazing. She hustles. She should shoot the ball more. I mean, she was taking those threes. She hit a big 3 to actually, I think, either put us up by 1 or tie it late in the game. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, she's a great teammate. She hustles hard. She does everything. She blocks out. She has a lot of blocks. She does all the little things.
It's great. Okay. You move on to Rowan. You knock out the number 2 seed on their home court, 83-79. Game high 25 points. Jada with 23. Laney Fox with 20. I mean, just amazing numbers you guys put up, said in that game. But, just talk about that, being able to accomplish that goal, Damaris.
Going on the road and playing the number 2 seed, honestly, I felt like we played great. That in the start, we weren't doing so well. We kept turning over the ball, but then we got together, focused up. And like you said, Jada and Laney, they had a great game. They put up some great numbers. And when you have 3 guards like that, putting that many numbers, it's kind of hard to, lose when you have 3 guards who are putting them. And you have Myra Johnson and Leah Allen who are grabbing rebounds and just doing all the work down low. So, I felt like we played good together as a team that game.
Yeah, it's just the depth on this team is just outstanding, Damaris. Now you come back home to face TSCNJ, the 8th seed at home. I mean, they had to feel good. I mean, you talk about balanced scoring. Laney with 16, Jamaro Johnson with 12. And I think you had 10 or 11 points. But the fact is that you had different players stepping up, in that game. And that was not an easy game, to win. But again, just showing, how much diversity there is. And, you could divide those points up. But just talk about that game.
Absolutely. I mean, that gym was absolutely crazy. There were so many. I don't think I've ever seen that many fans in my life. I couldn't hear my coach calling out the plays. He couldn't hear us. It was just absolutely insane. The atmosphere was great. How everyone just came to that gym and just showed. I mean, that game was probably one of the worst games of my career. None of my shots were falling, but like you said, my teammates stepped up. Like Jamaro Johnson, she had, I think, 17 rebounds. She had a double-double. I mean, Leah Allen stepped up as well. Laney played a very good game. Just everyone stepped up and played their part, even though I wasn't hitting my shots. I mean, I stepped up on defense as well. Tahira Kelly played amazing defense. And I feel like if we all play our role, no matter what, if someone has a bad game, such as myself, I feel like we still could beat any team that we play against. Yeah,
I mean, just to see I think I was looking at the stats. I mean, 5 players averaging in double figures. I mean, that's really unheard of, to see that occur. But hey, talk about, before I get to you, just the fact for Division III basketball, women's college basketball, to see here the amount of success that, New Jersey City University has had. I mean, everybody talks about Division I schools, but boy, this has got to be great. That you guys are on the map here. You're going to the NCAA tournament, for the first time in program history. I mean, just talk about that.
I always said D1, D2, D3. It's all basketball. I feel like D3 is great basketball.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the division. It's all competitive. The NJAC is I feel like the NJAC is one of the best conferences. It's like I said, it's competitive. It's great basketball. It doesn't matter the division. Everyone works hard. And I feel like everyone should stay tuned to D3 hoops because it's going good.
Hey, talk about Coach Devaney and the job. I've just done a tremendous job in 4 seasons here. I said 2 championship titles in the NGIC tournament. He's an alum. It's just such a magical story. I mean, just talk about what he means to you, personally, Damaris.
Personally, Coach Pat Devaney he's literally like my rock. He's amazing. He's good to me outside of basketball. The entire team, he puts in his all, like with this job. He turned this program around. He does recruit. He does it all for us. And I mean, when you have a coach like that who pushes you to be at your best and who makes you work hard every single day, I mean, he deserves this the most. I feel like he is just an amazing person. An amazing coach, and without him, we wouldn't be where we are.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. Yeah, I mean, just the knowledge, the expertise he brings to the table. There's so many intangibles. It's again awesome to see. And let's talk about Damaris Rodriguez. I mean, you have just lit it up here in the first 2 years. I mean, just the stats you put up. I mean, named Metropolitan Basketball Writers Association and then NJAC Player of the Week. Metropolitan 3 times and NJAC 4 times. Talk about the growth, from season 1 to season 2. Last year, you averaged about 17 points a game. This year, 21 a game, 6 rebounds. I mean, shooting the ball extremely efficiently. Just talk about what you were able to do last year in the off season in terms of your work on and off the court, and then seeing the results pay off this year at Damaris.
Well, I work on my game literally every day of my life. Last year when COVID hit, I had gained a couple pounds during that season. Throughout the off season, I worked out so I could lose a couple pounds. Mm-hmm. And that's shown. Like, I play 40 minutes every game, and that's tough to do.
Yeah. So
I knew I had to lose the weight. But other than that, I work on my game all the time. I know I got to keep getting better. There's always room for improvement. I'm trying to be the best at everything. I love competition, but that's my goal, to be the best at what I do. Yeah. So honestly, I just keep working every day, and I don't I try not to let anyone outwork me, and I see as a leader, if I'm working the hardest, your team will follow you, and that's how greatness happens.
Hey, that was on full display at Secaucus High School. We were talking about before we came on the air, winning an NGIC championship, a couple of years back. I mean, it's like every year, being able to hoist up a trophy. I mean, how cool is that, Damaris?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling. Like winning is addictive, Then when you lose, it's like it gets you so angry, But being a champion like throughout high school and then bringing it to NJCU is just amazing, and I hope to just be able to continue to do it while I'm here.
Tell me, putting that jersey on every time, whether it's home or away, what that represents to you.
Putting on the NJCU jersey every time I put that on, I feel like I gotta bust my butt to every time I have that jersey on. It doesn't matter if I'm tired, doesn't matter. Like, there's no plays off in basketball. You got to just work hard 100%, give everything you got. And once that game is over, you can then relax. But I mean, when wearing that jersey, it's an honor to be able to wear that jersey and play college basketball. That has always been a dream of mine. And like I said, if anytime I'm on the court, I'm giving it 110% every single time.
You got a great number there in 23, so it rings very well. I just got a couple more, Damaris. Can't thank you for the time. Hey, talk about when you heard NJCU, the name called with the NCAA Tournament selection show, knowing that you guys were going to be playing Scranton. I know it's a big time challenge, but as Coach Devaney said, you guys are stacked. You got a lot of talent, a lot of experience on this team. Scranton is definitely, 25-2, 14-0 in their conference, undefeated at home, and 119 in a row. Just talk about that moment, Damaris.
Seeing our names on the screen, that was an amazing feeling. But like I said, we didn't just get here to just come and lose. We want to take it all. So all I can say is that we're ready. We're practicing. We're doing everything in our power to be ready for Friday against them. And we're going to give it everything we've got.
Coach Devaney said this coaching staff is definitely top tier. One of the best, said around. I would say, said definitely in NJAC and maybe, across the country. Talk about how much they've meant to you, Damaris.
Yeah, our coaching staff at NGCU is amazing, honestly. I have a connection separately with each one of my coaches, with Coach Pat, with Coach Jasenia, and Coach Makira. Mm-hmm. Coach, they all help us, like, not just with basketball, outside of basketball. And we all have that connection outside of basketball. So, every day at practice, they push us to be like the best version of ourselves, even outside of basketball. Like, they just push us to be the best version of ourselves. And I'm so thankful to be a part of a team where the coaches care about you with not just basketball, but outside of basketball.
Yeah, no, well said. Hey, I think it's such a well-oiled machine, just in terms of the administration and athletic department as well. Director of athletics, Sean Tucker, President Sue Henderson. It's like, from top to bottom, having that, structure in place. Talk about how essential that is, for this basketball program.
No, honestly, it's very essential. I feel like everyone from the top to bottom at NJCU, we're like, it's a family. We all work together to be one, and just their support all the time, even the fans, everyone, like you said, Sean Tucker, Jeff, everyone is always trying to help us no matter what it is. And just to have that unity, I feel like it's amazing. And that's part of the reason why our team has been doing so well.
I don't want to forget this. It's not easy being a student athlete. Just in terms of balancing that role out. There's a lot of commitment. You really have to have that work ethic and, time management. I'm just wondering, for you in these first 2 years, again, you've been able to excel. Just talk about that process, Damaris.
Honestly, being a student athlete is super hectic. It's crazy. You really got to be on top of your work, honestly. Yeah. You miss one little assignment, it feels like you're like 10 weeks behind. Yeah. But as long as you stay on top of your work, and like I said, I try to be the best at everything, with basketball, with school. Like, if you're on top of it, it shouldn't be that hard. But I mean, it is a challenge to be a student athlete in any sport. But like I said, I got to stay on top of my work. I'm a student before an athlete. So as long as I stay on top of my work, I'll be good to be on the court.
Yeah, no, definitely. Again, well said. Hey, I have to ask you, support from family. And I know that your family has always been there. Just talk about that. I saw that, a couple of years ago, again, when Secaucus won the NGIC Championship. Just talk about how much they've meant to you, through your journey here, in basketball, especially.
My family is literally my greatest support system. They don't miss a game, and if they do, it's for a good reason. But I mean, they come to every single game of mine. Even if they're not there, they're watching online. They're the first people to text me after the game, first people to come up to me after the game. And just to have that support is just amazing because family is big to me. And I just want to give a shout out to my mom for being my number one fan. And without I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
That's terrific. All right, Damaris, you're going to have the last word here. Your message to Gothic Nation, locally, nationally, and anyone else, the floor is yours.
I just want to say thank you for having me. And like I said, stay tuned to D3 Hoops because, NJCU is really on the come up, not just girls basketball, but every program. And it doesn't matter if you're D1, D2, D3, just keep working. Try and be the best at what you want to do in life. And as long as you keep working, you'll be successful.
Awesome. Hey, Damaris, can't thank you enough for the opportunity. To just really, glad to be back in touch and see the level of success you've been able to achieve there at New Jersey City University, and wishing you and the rest of the team all the best, against Scranton in the first round of the NCAA tournament on Friday night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.